Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing absolutely fine. And today we're going to begin with the 11th book of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. So let's do this. The natural properties and privileges of a reasonable soul are that she sees herself, that she can order and compose herself, that she makes herself as she will herself, that she reaps her own fruits whatsoever, whereas plants, trees, unreasonable creatures, what fruit soever, be it either fruit properly or analogically only, they bear them unto others, and not to themselves. Again, whensoever and wheresoever, sooner or later, her life does end, she has her own, and nevertheless. For it is not with her as with dancers and players, who, if they be interrupted in any part of their action, the whole action must needs be imperfect. But she, in what part of time or action soever she be surprised, can make that which she has in her hand, whatsoever it be, complete and full, so that she may depart with that comfort. I have lived. Neither want I anything of that which properly did belong unto me. Again, she compasses the whole world and penetrates into the vanity and mere outside, wanted substance and solidity of it, and stretches herself unto the infiniteness of eternity, and the revolution or restoration of all things after a certain period of time to the same state and place as before. She fetches about and does comprehend in herself, and considers withal, and sees clearly this, that neither they that shall follow us shall see any new thing that we have not seen, nor they that went before anything more than we, but that he that is once come to 40, if he have any wit at all, can in a manner, for that they are all of one kind, see all things, both past and future, as proper as it and natural to the soul of man to love her neighbor, to be true and modest, and to regard nothing so much as herself, which is also the property of the law, whereby by the way it appears that sounds reason and justice comes all to one, and therefore that justice is the chief thing that reasonable creatures ought to purpose unto themselves as their end. A pleasant song or dance. The Pancratiasts exercise sports that thou art won't be much taken with, thou shalt easily contemn. If the harmonious voice thou shalt divide into so many particular sounds, whereof it does consist, and of every one in particular shall ask thyself, whether this or that sound is it that does so concur thee. For thou wilt be ashamed of it, and so for shame, if accordingly thou shalt consider it, every particular motion and posture by itself. And so for the wrestler's exercise too. Generally then, whatsoever it be besides virtue, and those things that proceed from virtue, that thou art subject to be much affected with, remember presently thus to divide it, and by this kind of division in each particular to attain unto the contempt of the whole. This thou must transfer and apply to thy whole life also. That soul, which is ever ready, even now presently, if need be, from the body, whether by way of an extinction or dispersion or continuation in another place and a state to be separated. How blessed and happy it is it. But this readiness of it must proceed not from an obstinate and peremptory resolution of the mind, violently and passionately set upon opposition as Christians are wont, but for a peculiar judgment with discretion and gravity, so that others may be persuaded also and drawn to the like example, but without any noise and passionate exclamations. Have I done have I done anything charitably? Then am I benefited by it? See that this, upon all occasions, may present itself unto thy mind, and never cease to think of it. What is thy profession? To be good. And how should this be well brought to pass, but by certain theorems and doctrines, some concerning the nature of the universe, and some concerning the proper and particular constitution of man. Tragedies were at first brought in and instituted to put men in mind of worldly chances and casualties, that these things in the ordinary course of nature did so happen, that men that were much pleased and delighted by such accidents upon this stage would not by the same things in a greater stage be grieved and afflicted. For here you see what is the end of all such things, and that even they that cry out so mournfully to Cipheron must bear them for all their cries and exclamations, as well as others. And in very truth, many good things are spoken by these poets, as that, for example, is an excellent passage. But if so be that, I and my 2 children be neglected by the gods, they have some reason even for that. And again, it will but little avail thee to storm and rage against the things themselves. Again, to reap one's life as a ripe ear of corn. and whatsoever else is to be found in them, that is of the same kind. After the tragedy, and the ancient comedy was brought in, which had the liberty to invade against personal vices, being therefore through this her freedom and liberty of speech of very good use and effect to restrain man from pride and arrogancy, to which end it was that Diogenes took also the same liberty. After this, that what were either the middle or new comedy admitted for, but merely, or for the most part at least, for the delight and pleasure of curious and excellent imitation. It will still away. Look to it. Why no man nice, but that these also have some good things, whereof that may be one. But the whole drift and foundation of that kind of dramatical poetry, what is it else but as we have said? Alright, guys, we began with the 11th book and gonna continue reading it, but tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today. See you tomorrow. Bye.